coming in hot live. I haven't even done that yet. Doing that part. There we go. It's Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Hi, other person who's unnamed.
And Kyle.
No Alf yet. He said he's on his way, but I have bad news for him when he gets here.
Yeah.
I broke my mic, so him and I are going to share.
Just break out that snowball you have lying around.
I don't even feel like hooking that up. It's fine. He can yell real loud into yours.
Yeah.
He's loud enough. It's fine. He's always loud. So anyway, so hopefully he'll come in here when we get done. I sent him a message and kind of waited a little bit. So it's going to be a short one anyway. So probably we'll get done by the time he gets here. He can just lean over and be like, "Hey, it's Alf, and do what I say later," and then that'll be enough.
I mean, maybe.
So it's episode 236, the 4th week of the year, January 2019. That's how I fixed it now. It just says week 4, January 2019.
I don't hate that.
Seems like that's the best compromise, you know?
Yeah, I like it.
Lets you know approximately when this episode encompasses.
Still archive it appropriately.
I mean, like, you know, like...
Yeah.
Fine. My hair is like crazy. I tried to fix it in the bathroom.
You got crazy hair. It just is what it is. Like, what are you worried about? The widow's peak? Because that's...
Nah, it's just... I just like it to look neat. So usually I just do this. I just go...
Have you seen? Like...
I just kind of pull it back.
So I know how you feel, because like when I wake up in the mornings, like I typically like first thing I do is go to the bathroom, like most people do, and then I see like what kind of condition my beard's
the beard's
in.
like
and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Where it's like all like
I also I trimmed up a lot. Did you notice?
No, nice, yeah. Look at
I cut 3 or 4 inches.
I gotta go in and like Charlie's getting all up in there. I gotta trim down a little bit myself.
Yeah. I've held that boy a couple of times recently.
He gets in there, right? It does not feel great, right?
Yeah, my dude is a grabber. He's
yeah. So you got the Warus thing. I don't get that. I trim it down so it's like real like
thin. Yeah.
And so when you trim this thin and then this is long, it looks really like weird.
I know.
So
that's why my mustache is long now, because I was doing that for a while and like it was like a weird contrast.
Yeah. I do like find like if you go short into long goatee and then short on the sides, it kind of works okay.
I like that too. Yeah, I did that for a while.
Yeah. Look like I'm gonna sell you some like 1990s era swing music.
Or maybe you're the devil.
Maybe I'm the devil.
Yeah.
Just got it trimmed up. Maybe I am the devil. That would explain a lot. So I mean, like, I think it's a relatively short week for news. I know it's
probably.
I pulled a lot of articles, but some of them.
Guess what? All I played was Smash.
Really? I got you beat then. I played.
No, I played season 16 of Diablo 3 as well.
Oh, nice.
I'm really interested in this season. So
you know what's been burning up my fucking shouldn't be playing it because I got a million other things I should be finishing.
Dead Cells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I've seen you been playing. Yeah.
I had like a 1 hour run, like, and that's really like not a good description, but like, because I'm unlocking, you know, so many cells, you know, getting the cells unlocked a better career and stuff like that. I had a really good run. Like, you would have loved it. I got like an electric whip that is now. Yeah, I saw
the beginning of that when because like your character will throw a grenade and whip at the same time.
Great. It was
so like insane. Even like the guys who like are like trap characters or whatever, you still like get to kind of eliminate them. And like I was seeing you do like some very Castlevania esque, you know, you're on a platform above them and you're still able to deal with them like via like holy water, like how
it was really great. The problem is once I finally upgraded that whip, I did 2x damage, but I also took 2x damage, and I did not read that fine print.
Yeah, but if they don't hit you, then who cares, right?
Yeah, but I went and rolled up on a boss.
Oh, yeah, I didn't quite think about that.
Yeah, so
you know, the amount that I've watched you play that game, I feel like I've probably like probably watched you play for about an hour now, just here and there, and I haven't seen what a boss or its mechanics like look like in that game.
So there's like the mini boss style, which are just like upgraded regular dudes.
They just got
more
like
health,
bigger health bars. Yeah.
The other bosses have like a health bar that spans the entire screen, and they have phases, and then they also spawn in a bunch of other dudes. So they could, but like,
as bosses tend to,
right? They can spawn in the mini bosses. They can spawn in other dudes, and it's mainly just managing the screen and managing their attacks, and you know,
is it like one of those like real, like some of them are like real frame perfecty, like they want you to like.
Yeah, the boss that every boss that I faced has been a very much like they have a direct attack, they have an area of an effect attack that you can whatever, and then they have, you know, a multitude of attacks that you have to, a flurry of attacks you have to avoid. And then they're just spawning dudes that you're like, oh, I'm a dodge roll, and then like you just dodge roll into. This is how I died. I dodge rolled into the schlubs, and then I took 2x damage, and I was like, oh crap, I killed them. And by the time I got done killing them, I didn't have enough time to jump over the AOE attack. And then, like, when I tried to jump in, I just jumped into the direct attack, and I was like, "Oh,
you took 2x.
This is how I die." You know, you just got hit. I got hit like 4 times.
You got perfect stormed with damage, and then you also had a big debuff from
exactly
your own items. Yeah. What I will say about Dead Cells, coming from a standpoint of someone who's never played it, but I also very much like watching. Well, we discussed a method for me playing it, so.
Oh yeah. On that.
Shit, you totally derail. Coming from a person who watches a lot of speedruns, that game seems very speedrunnable. And
the problem is you have to get there.
Yeah,
you have to get. You can't just pick it up. There could be some magical person.
I mean, there's just got to be strats.
Who's the first guy to just straight one shot the game, you know what I'm saying? No upgrades or anything like that. But I don't know for certain if that's the actual case. So, but I like it. I think it's a fine game,
It looks super fun. That is one that is queued up for me.
Okay,
I definitely have more than a casual interest to play that game. And it's come highly reviewed from people who, besides yourself, people whose opinion I care a lot about. So.
Okay, Darren's saying that if you use GroupMe, he has a Smash community looking for challengers, and they hit him up. I will pass. I'll pass that. Do you use GroupMe at all?
No,
it's an app. It's for communicating.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will certainly take on Smash opponents where I can. I'm still very much like in the phase where I'm labbing more than I'm like taking on like real challengers. Just because like I want to get to the point where like I feel like I'm getting like frame perfect attacks before like I start. And like I also know so little of the roster. Like I'm pretty well versed at the mirror match for the Belmont boys and playing against Snake.
Because Seven's playing with Snake, right?
Yeah. He mains Snake and then seconds Richter, which is clearly the wrong choice. He should just be playing Simon. I just objectively just play Simon. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
No one likes that weeb trash.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I'll get the GroupMe from him, and then you can...
Yeah, I am interested in. Darren, do you mean to play you? I would love to play you.
I mean, I imagine it's a community, so I imagine like once you get in there, you play him, and then whatever other.
Well, if I don't know them and I'm playing them online, that's like playing anybody else online. So
right, but it could be like, yo, I'm doing a. I will need to face this guy, or this guy who's got a good, whatever. I don't know. I
know that the matchup that I need to learn now is Wolf, because Wolf is coming up. I know a lot of people are going to be playing him. He's a very good character that has an extremely punishing kit for a character like Simon. So.
He says it's him and others, but he's basically there every night, so you can get in with a bunch of people.
Cool.
You can be the low tier god of that group.
Don't give that guy any attention. Fucking low tier god.
I'm not. All we're gonna say is I was watching some of his videos and I was like, why are people like this guy?
It's literally like, yeah, right. Like I don't even want to talk about low tier god.
Like, no, it's not. I'm just saying. That's all to that. That's all you get.
I've watched more of his deleted streams than his content.
Yeah, that's where I was. That's exactly where I was as well. Let's see. This is a bunch of garbage I'm going to close because I'm just cleaning up
the tabs.
Yeah, basically getting ready for the news. I mean, I did I play Smash this week? Yeah, I did. I played a little bit of Smash.
Yep.
I
pitted you against our friend Chris Frank.
Yeah, I played Meta Knight. I played Little Mac, and I played a busted Sword
Fighter. Yeah, so you.
Oh, I knew that Sword Fighter was.
So you won your Little Mac match.
Yeah.
Pretty handedly.
Yeah, that was gross.
With a forward smash that Chris did not know had super armor.
Yeah.
And
because I'm gross.
And then what else? You killed yourself 3 times in a row with meta.
Right off the stage.
You 3-stocked yourself.
Yeah.
And then you won me Sword Fighter, yeah?
I think I did. Or I don't remember.
I think you won me Sword Fighter. Because Chris didn't know what up with neutral B up air or up B. That kill confirm is very, very real.
Yeah. It was interesting. What else? Dead Cells that, and I think I played something. There's the AC just to add to the night. Ooh, the heat. Trying to think of anything else that like.
Oh, I guess just for the sake of it, because it's kind of news or whatever, and it's also what I played. Like, I guess I'll break down season 16 real quick.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So mostly it's just like a bunch of creature comfort updates. There's like some extra slots for your armor place. Like you can store more. I think 5 more complete sets of armor. I don't think the stash got any updates. And then set bonuses all got way better, like insanely better. Like they went from like 250% to like 1200%. Like big update, like times 10 kind of damage output kind of thing for like a lot of sets. To increase a lot of like basically nothing went down in scale. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna like tier out like what builds are good, everything went up. Like before, like the S tier of builds in Diablo were like you're playing a necromancer or a wizard, and otherwise you're just suboptimal. Now there's like, you know, 2 wizards, 2 necromancer builds, and then 1 of everybody else, and then everything else is like in the A and B tier, and then like the only like things that are like bad are like things that are like
sorry, someone just walked by the window, was making faces at us.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Mama.
Yo, Joe Mama. Good seeing you, boy.
That was funny.
I feel bad. He's walking in the cold.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Florida cold, not actual cold.
Yeah. I mean, it's real cold.
No, we had the debate like among some friends that it's not actual cold.
I mean, that's true, but like our cold's a wet cold, you know what I mean? Like it's that cold that chills your bones. So
it is currently 41 degrees outside.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
That's actually pretty palatable.
Last night I think it was like 30.
Yeah, there was a freeze warning last night. So just lots of creature comfort updates, a big numbers updates. And then this season's like season bonus is that all characters get a passive bonus that is the same as wearing a Ring of Grandeur. And Ring of Grandeur decreases the number of items in a set. Let me rephrase. It decreases the number of items required to get a set bonus. So like if it requires 3 pieces of the set to get the bonus, now you only need 2.
Oh, okay.
So that lets you get more bonuses from more sets.
And you don't have to wear this ring. So it clears up slot.
And it clears up the ring slot for you as well. To a minimum, I think, of 2. Like you can't have like a 2-piece set bonus with 1 item.
You only gotta know a little bit about Diablo, just enough.
Yeah. Also, this has been out for a while, but I just recently discovered it. There's an event that's called the Darkening of Tristram, which obviously, if you've played Diablo, Tristram is an occurrent, or like the main area that Diablo has existed in for, since the beginning.
Yeah.
And there's a portal at the well at Tristram that if you touch it, it will take you back to like old Tristram, and then it gives you like it puts you in like Diablo 1 graphics.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And then to include like your like really stilted blocky run animation.
I mean, that's a lot of work to do that, so that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. Like I had a really great time tooling through it. There's like a super deep like labyrinth, like a 16 level labyrinth that you go through, and they're telling you to kill the Dark Lord. And when you get to the bottom, spoilers, when you get to the bottom, the Dark Lord's Diablo. But cool. It's Diablo 1 Diablo. Like he looks like a big crazy lizard guy.
All right.
So that's really fun and a nice callback and super cool to look at, especially if you're nostalgic for Diablo.
I'll do like some old Diablo 2 Diablo.
Oh, that's one of the things too, is like there's like callbacks to all like the jokes and stuff. Like you see the butcher really early on. He's like, fresh meat. Like he does the old sound bites. And you also find like like a long time, like Diablo 2, like one of the best chess pieces that you get was a godly breastplate of the whale, and so godly and of the whale were like basically like modifiers to normal things, but those happen to be the best modifiers you could get.
Right.
And like I found like 7 godly breastplates of the whale.
These are
like
just everywhere.
Yeah, they're it's a callback to it being like, you know what I mean, like one of the good thing. So that's kind of cool. And Diablo drops a nifty legendary gem that you have to socket into a helmet, which is thematically interesting because if you dig into the lore, the Dark Wanderer who becomes Diablo is your character from 1 to 2. Like, so your character that you play in 1 becomes Diablo in 2. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong about the semantics of that.
I'm the wrong guy. Well, I mean, that's kind of cool. And like, you're obviously playing on the Switch, right? Or you moved now?
No. So yeah, well, so
because I remember you guys were playing on the Switch for a little while.
I have a Switch character that I play with Wesley and Joe when he gets his Switch. I'm playing on PC with
I remember you were playing on PC for the longest.
Yeah. I'm replaying on PC now with Jeff and Austin. And then I'm playing a little bit of Xbox with the roommates.
If only there was some sort of battle net that would allow for you to have characters on that and sync those characters and that character's progress.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
I know.
You have no idea how much I want that to be the case.
I mean, like, you know, I can understand, like, you don't want to
my BattleNet is linked to all those things.
But I'm just saying, I can understand, like, not wanting, you know, someone to figure out how to be elite hacksaw and, you know, modify the PS4 data, and so the PS4, you know, they upload a character from PS4 that's completely broken on PC. But I feel like Diablo probably has enough checks and balances in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that the console versions of Diablo are a little bit more lenient and a little more forthcoming with the drop rates of stuff. Like they definitely like they spoil the console players a little bit. Like
but like
playing the PC version, they definitely treat you with a little more respect, I would say. Like
well, even if you only had like these characters like, hey, you could, you know, this character can only be used in, you know,
sure, yeah, but at least they're on the same list. Or
some, you know, whatever. Or I mean, by moving this character over, you're going to take a, you know, 75% reduction in your shit, you know, like.
Also to include the fact that Loot Goblin Amiibo is super fucking busted.
Yeah. You can open up that portal once every 22 hours, right?
Yeah, to the Loot Goblin realm, which basically ensures you 2 legendaries every run, and also like a cumulative 4 to 8 million gold per run.
Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why they don't want you to do it too.
Yeah, it's fucking super busted and actually pay to win, but whatever.
But you're on a console, like especially the Switch, you're so far behind. You know?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like
most characters that you're playing on there are characters you're re-rolling.
Yeah, and like you know, I would even understand if they were like, hey, seasonal characters can't use this, but they can.
Yeah.
So like whatever.
Who knows? All right.
Also, 2 random legendaries is not gonna fucking make your character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you need
Are they at least in class?
Yeah, they're designed for. I think. Well, you might be able to pick up things that aren't specifically for you. Like I know that I've picked up like quivers and stuff like when I'm not playing a demon hunter, but that's pretty rare.
All right. Well, let's move along.
Yeah.
I covered the things I was playing. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I played anything else. I played take apart a Xbox One and reassemble it.
Yeah. You sent me some pictures of that.
Yeah, Wesley helped me with that. It was very frustrating. It's very easy and not very hard to do, but it's very frustrating because a lot of plastic tab popping.
Of course there is. I bet they probably fixed a lot of that in the S's and the X's. They feel
those might be next.
They feel a lot.
I'm getting my confidence up.
They feel a lot more sturdy.
Well, so I took it apart. I was like, I should just paint this bitch.
Yeah, right.
Like,
we should. Yeah, right. Because like the outside of that one looks like trash.
Yeah.
I had somebody shit talk it. Yeah, whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. I got some stuff for that. All right. Let's move on. Let's do some fucking news.
Hit me.
There's a lot of stuff. All right, I got a lot of stuff.
You said at the beginning we didn't have a lot of stuff.
I opened a lot of tabs.
You're like, I found more stuff.
When you were talking about loot goblins and shit, I was opening tabs.
You were fucking figuring it out.
I was over here opening tabs just in case.
Fucking get it done. Pitter patter, Joey. Let's get at her.
All right. We were talking about Smash Bros. Ultimate. God, I hate this the name of this. So Incineroar was almost not the Pokemon picked for Ultimate. They were going to use Decidueye.
Oh, that would have been cool. But obviously Incineroar makes more sense thematically. But Decidueye would have been an excellent choice as well.
Right. And I thought he would have been fun, especially because he's such a unique character. He would have had some cool projectiles. Right. So the problem is like a lot of people are like, oh, it'll just be another ranged character. Yeah. Kind of like a zone character that like Link kind of does. And we already got the Belmonts too. So. Yeah, exactly. So Incineroar is a grappler, and your only real grappler is like Bowser, right? Donkey Kong is definitely like grappling is like one of those things where like it's not the same as like how Zangief is a grappler. You know what I mean? Like in Smash, because everybody's grabs are usually pretty good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like obviously like Donkey Kong's grabs are like nuts to butts. And then Incineroar's back throw is the strongest back throw in the game. Yeah. So at least to my knowledge, Lucario at high percentage might be better. I don't know. All right. Well, today, the day we're recording, let you figure it out yourself, marks the 20-year anniversary of Super Smash Bros. As a series. And Sakurai came out and said today, he's like, Smash Bros. Is 20 years old today. Over these 20 years, I've seen so many people enjoy this series in so many ways. At home, at hangouts, at conventions, even in business offices. Development has always been hard on me, but I'm supremely happy. Thank you so much for playing. So I think, 20 years, like, and especially when you think about it, they do, one of these per generation. Or per console generation, not... Yeah. And so, like, that's, that does make sense. It's been 20 years. There's been 4 of them once every 5 years and stuff like that. So let's see what else I got here. I know you nor I really care about this, but there's a really, really good League of Legends cinematic for this year's season. Okay. I definitely recommend you check it out. Other companies should take note from Riot. Like it's, let's see if I can kind of like, what is this, like it's about 3 or 4 minutes long, and it's up there with like a lot of the best cinematics and stuff. Like you can definitely tell that, like, I don't know who these characters are because I don't play that game, but they put a lot of effort. Like here, you can listen to this. Yeah, they kind of care about that. That's some music. There's some stuff happening. Like, it also looks really good, especially in like 4K. So, I definitely recommend check that out. Especially, it would go without. I normally would mention that, but it was a nice cinematic. I watched it on the monorail today at Disney. You got some time to kill on the monorail. I did. It takes about 8 minutes to go from Epcot to Magic Kingdom. Yeah. Anyway, monorail's fucking cool. Yeah, I'll talk about my Disney trip in a minute. I just saving it just in case Alf shows up. Let's see. If you have Xbox Game Pass, they've just added We Happy Few, Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor, Lego Movie the Game, or Lego Movie. Yeah, Lego Movie the Game. There you go. And some other things like as well. So I definitely recommend checking out Shadow of Mordor. And Lego movies are always great. So, and not only that, $10, Saints Row the Third's on there. UMVC 3 was the other one that was listed. So, neat. Yeah, $10. You can play UMVC 3. They also have Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Shadow Warrior 2, Mortal Kombat X, Ori and the Blind Forest. All kinds of great games. Yeah. I don't want to turn into a commercial for the thing I think you should buy. Yeah. We don't want to talk about Fortnite being like... Fortnite made a lot of money last year. Weird. Surprise. Smash Bros. Sold a lot of copies. 5 million globally in the first week. 5 million in sales. There you go. Globally the first week. So that's a lot, right? It's like 100,000, right? Roughly $60 a piece. Yeah. We'll go back to that. We didn't talk about this before, and I kind of brushed it off as like maybe kind of nonsense, but it's some stuff starting to come out. So, Slightly Mad Studios the creators of Project Cars over Christmas announced that they are going to come out with the Mad game console, slightly Mad or Mad game console. And so what this is that this is their attempt at a game console. And then so today, the Mad Box controller concept came out. It looks a lot like along with the actual box. So the box looks like one of those. I will mention that in a minute.
You get a comment there?
Yeah, because I think you. So is Darian bringing something up? So like, you ever seen those Alienware desktop PCs? You know, the little flat ones that are like a DVR with like the shiny stuff.
Not the one that's like shaped like a monolith with the red shit. And
yeah, but imagine the one shaped like a monolith but on its side, right? So this one's like that but blue, and so like the controller they're showing has, you know, it has it looks like a crappy D-pad, but it has the Xbox style offset.
Yeah.
4 buttons, 2 triggers, and then we're on the PS4 they would have the touch sensor. That is like a little mini touch screen that like lights up, and they have it showing different gears on cars and lighting up a button and saying, "Hey, push this button for a boost," or "Press this button to respawn," and "Hey, you've been dead." And then there's a keyboard lit up on there. They have it lighting up different colors and different things and animations.
Word.
So I mean, that could be kind of cool. You know, you get your information screen right there on the controller. Right? That would be kind of rad.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be kind of futuristic. But then like, what are you gonna do when someone throws that thing? And how much is this thing? You know, like,
right? Yeah,
$100, $200. I don't know.
I have a feeling they won't be able to keep costs low enough to.
I don't know. I like the concept. You know, I'm definitely more interested in following this now than I was before. You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they have concept stuff, like at least they're It's not Soulja Boy.
Yeah. All right. So
you should have told me to eat all those dicks, Joey. That's all.
What Darren brought up is he said Dragon Ball Super Broly is fucking good.
Yo,
did you go see it?
No.
I know you were gonna go see it on Sunday.
No.
That's why I was like, I will definitely bring it up. Did that just get derailed totally?
Yeah, totally. But I definitely still have plans to go watch Broly.
All right.
For sure.
Fair enough. They show in the console lighting up on the front. It's like you're listening to System of a Down, Chop Suey.
Is it just like all like RGB?
Yeah, it is our kind of RGB kind of thing. Yeah, I'll follow it. It definitely could be interesting. All right. Let's close out that tab. Did I mention Spider-Verse? Yeah, I think I mentioned Spider-Verse last week, right?
Yeah.
Go see Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Again. So Halo Master Chief Collection just got updated. New aiming system and new skulls for Halo CE. A lot of people are really excited about that. So Kotaku even went out of their way and talk about the benefits of I'd recommend just going to Kotaku and reading the article. It's called "The Master Chief Collection is what happens when a studio doesn't give up on a game." And they talk about how that game was broken at launch. Remember, like it wouldn't launch correctly. It took forever to install.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like walk through all the different things that they've done from here to there, and even talking about the most current update. You know, I definitely think
Halo 4 soon, right? Or Halo Reach, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to be putting Halo Reach, and ODST is in there for certain people. So I definitely like the idea of having like a Halo hub.
Yeah,
out of that game. So check that out.
Hot way to live.
I'll save that one just in case Alf shows up. These are all the same. So, all right. I know you didn't watch it, but I did. Or maybe you did. What did you think of Mortal Kombat 11? That reveal trailer?
Oh, yeah.
A reveal. They had a reveal event.
Yeah.
Like,
I watched.
Did you watch Sonic Fox and his play against that one guy? He played 2 matches. Actually.
Yeah. I saw like bits and pieces of it. I saw that thing you sent with Kofi and Xavier.
Yeah.
Doing their cosplays and
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. They were just there, so they invited a ton of people to this thing. So Mortal Kombat. So let's back up. On Thursday, last week they announced a Mortal Kombat 11 reveal event.
Yeah,
it was in Los Angeles. They invited Cody Rhodes, Ronda Rousey, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods. I can't remember that's not Alexa Bliss. It's one of the girls she's done the Jade cosplay in the past. She's affiliated with WWE. She's a valet for one of the other wrestlers. Crap. I will just look it up instead of just not giving her due.
Yeah.
No. Zelina Vega. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
She did really good. She probably had the best cosplay of the three.
Yeah.
Not that Xavier Woods' Shao Kahn was bad, or that Kofi Kingston's I don't even know what that was. Was it Shang Tsung? It's classic Shang Tsung. That's right.
Okay.
Not that was bad either, because he had like a light up like belt thing. But
didn't he have like a fake ass Fu Manchu?
He had a fake Fu Manchu, a white wig, a RGB light up belt with the Mortal Kombat logo, and like some.
He probably just had that already. Like for some reason, like that just like.
Of course he did.
Like that doesn't surprise me that Kofi had that. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That seems like a real New Day thing to have.
Yeah.
It's like. Oh, should I wear the RGB Mortal Kombat belt?
Yeah.
They're like, well, it clashes with the cosplay, but like clearly you still wear the RGB Mortal Kombat belt.
Yeah. I mean, that was really good. So the big announce here was like, they were kind of thrown in misdirection. It leaked out earlier that they had brought on Ronda Rousey to mocap and voice Sonya Blade. And then
pretty cool.
And so you're like, well, Sonya, they'd already moved on to Cassie Cage. Like, what's the deal here?
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat 11 is a time shift. They are,
yeah, it would basically have to be, right? Like
right. Well, so yeah, they're going back to, man, where are my notes? There's Garrus, who's a time controlling Sandman, who's a new character.
Garrus Vakarian.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. So he's pretty cool. They showed like 7 characters, and they showed like they were talking about they got rid of Run, so that the game should be kind of a little more focused and stuff like that. They showed Evil Raiden, and they were talking about like going back and characters meeting younger versions of themselves and other things, and so a lot of interesting things going on there. I definitely look forward to it, especially because they always do a good job on the story mode, even if you just like rent it and bang your way through it.
You know what? I always just like everyone else, the morbid curiosity gets the better of me, and I just watch a fatality montage, like just all
that's
the
fine
fatalities
too.
in a row.
The fatalities they were showing off were insane.
Yeah,
they had Scarlet there who's like taking your blood out of your body and then killing you with it. Some of the fatalities from the reveal trailer were there. With Raiden and Scorpion. They showed Sub-Zero.
You do that.
Yeah, they talked about like you can go in, there's like a delay in the Superman. You can queue it up and release it, or you can cancel out of it. So they were talking about
canceling is always pretty good in most situations.
So, they were talking about some pretty deep stuff you can get in there. They also added a new it's like a bloody move or whatever, where your health falls to 33%. You can do like the X-ray, kind of like that kind of thing,
like a comeback move,
kind of stuff like that. So it was pretty good, they also talked about like they showed like how you can customize the characters, and they were showing some of the unlocks. So I think they took some of that the gear and upgrade mechanics from Injustice 2 that they were working on and rolled that back into Mortal Kombat, which is really nice. I like that the fact that they have 2 games that they can kind of try out ideas without ruining one game. You know what I'm saying? Ruining one game or the other.
As much as Injustice has like a big following, man, like Mortal Kombat's just so much better to me. Like,
right. I mean, because you're limited in the amount of violence you can do, and I
don't even know if that's
not only that, but like the characters are built in such a way that they are beholden into what DC will allow those characters to do.
Like when you're in a situation where it's like Joker versus Superman, and it's not like blowout city.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, you have preconceived notions of what these characters should and shouldn't be able to do, and like how.
Like I buy that, like Scorpion can beat Raiden.
Yeah, sure, because then that universe it makes sense.
But like, why is Superman not just like ultra dominating the tier list?
Right. So the other news that come out of there is that
they got a Dragon Ball Fighter Z it and be like, no, everybody's the same.
No, they're gonna switch port for Mortal Kombat 11. It's being done by Shiver Entertainment, and there's also a beta that's going to come out March 28th.
Cool.
So like that's right around the corner, you know. And this game comes out in April, you know. Yeah. So I expect you're going to start seeing the rollout coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks from now, we'll like character reveal, you know.
Yeah.
Or storyline, you know, beat that's revealed, or someone else that they hired to do something, you know what I'm saying? Or, hey, check out Sub-Zero's alternate fatality or whatever, right? So, so I know you and I don't play Ace Combat 7, right? But
that game looks sweet, though.
It does look great.
I was watching because like there's that thing that we have to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a video for it, and I was like, I guess I'll watch this.
It's apparently really good in VR.
Oh God, I would vomit so much. VR, okay. Holy shit! I hadn't even considered that game would be in VR, and here's why. There is multiple layers of me already fucking being sick looking at shit like that. Like those like things where you're like inverted and then like you have inverted controls. Like what the fuck am I supposed to do with that, Joey? Like I don't know how to. I understand that like there's some people who are like, yeah, I live for that, but like I would have literally no idea how to fucking control something like that, and then to also give me the sensation of actually being in it. Yeah, dude, like no, fucking actual vomit.
All right, so here's the actual news for that. So one of the things is like when you go to some of the cutscenes, there's a, you know, these are rendered, you know, cutscenes and whatever, right? So there's just like a stock image JPEG dog, you know, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Why do they use a stock JPEG? Why do they just render a dog? And so it came out that what this is real the sad part. This was one of the developers' dogs, and that he decided that that's how he was going to honor his pet and his companion. He's like, so I have a bit of depressing news to share. He's like, it's about our now famous loyal canine companion. I heard from the rest of the staff that he had passed away shortly after the photo was taken. We are truly blessed to have known you. May you rest in peace. So that's one of the dogs. Like the dog that's there is one of their developers' dogs. Yeah. They took a picture of and they put him in there. And I really think it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like. Especially because he was like starting to get memed on pretty hard.
Yeah, like they were like, yo, this fucking weird dog in this game. And yeah, like, no, bro, that's my dog.
Like there's a thing of him choking what's his nuts from Naruto.
Oh yeah, Sasuke. Well, Sasuke gets choked by everybody. So
did you see where he got choked by the
Is it by Shaggy?
No, it was by Popeye's biscuits.
Those are dry.
Yeah.
What's going on with Shaggy? Like why?
I don't know.
I don't know why Shaggy's like the meme now.
Just go to R Out of the Loop or what is the other one?
Is there a subreddit that explains memes to old guys?
Well, no, r/Out of the Loop or Know Your Meme. That'll explain it to you. All right. So that is the thing. All right, one more, a couple more things before I just start giving up and talking about Alf.
Yeah. Right.
Netflix came out and said, HBO, not our competition. Fortnite, that's our competition. They said we compete with and lose to Fortnite more than HBO. So I mean, that is true. That is true to an extent, right? Like when you go home, there are certain things that demand your attention for entertainment, or ask for your attention for entertainment. You know, Netflix, HBO, terrestrial TV. You know, the radio. You know, there are some people who like listen to radio shows. You know?
Yeah.
This podcast. You know, and
thanks all five of you.
Yeah, Netflix is saying like they feel like they're losing more business to Fortnite than they are to HBO. So
seems accurate.
I mean, you when you think about that, like, you know, you think about them like they just bought the they did the Minecraft Choose Your Own Adventure. The what was it? The Minecraft Story Mode they just put into Netflix. They just did the Bandersnatch Choose Your Own Adventure for Black Mirror. So they're definitely seeing they need stuff to draw gamers in. Christy and I were
interactive content.
Christy and I were watching this new show they just put out. Like this game that's geared towards people our age because it's about a guy who runs a nostalgia shop that sells 80s and 90s nostalgia stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I heard something. Did his wife sell his Star Wars toys or something?
No, this is the one where he bought some guy. We've only seen a couple episodes, but the only episode that I saw is like it was released to gaming. Is they sold a guy an in-box Super Mario Bros. 3 for like $100, and then convinced him to spend $500 to get shoes that look like the box, or get shoes custom made to look like the box.
All right,
so
pretty neat.
I would not wear those shoes.
Yeah, that box is yellow as fuck.
Well, so here's the weird thing. They did the shoe yellow, the base shoe is yellow, and then they did like red toe, blue heel, leather lace, and then the Nike swoosh. You know how the half triangle pattern for Can
I just Google Mario 3 shoe?
Maybe you might see him. I don't know. Let's Google Mario 3 Nikes. That'll be the image.
I got the boot from
Caribou's shoe.
I got the fucking boot, the goddamn boot from.
That's bad. That would have been better than. Let's do Netflix. Let's see if that helps. It did not.
Is the show called Slobby's World?
Yeah, it is called Slobby's World. There you go. You're getting there.
All right, I got them. These boys right here.
There you go.
These boys.
Yeah, they're not that bad. I think the green swoosh.
Can you see it? Can you see it? Is that?
I think the green swoosh there. Yeah, you can see it there. The green swoosh definitely is the highlight of that shoe for me.
All right. Okay. These aren't the worst.
They put
Oh, it's got a Tanuki tail on the back of it.
Yeah, you put a Tanuki tail on it, and there's a Mario on.
Yeah, a little Mario lace grabber.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying with the triangle pattern. Like it looks like it was pretty cool. I would have a hard time wearing any shoe that was like
that and $600.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like any shoe that was.
How did you find that?
Huh?
How did you find that?
What do you mean? Mario 3 shoes, Sloppy World. That's all I typed.
I had the same thing. And it's not showing up.
Well, hold on. I'll just send it to you.
No. I'll get it later. I was just trying to save myself the remembering. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna watch a couple more episodes of that.
Yeah. Seems fine.
All right. All right. Well, one more. So, Kyle, I know we don't talk a lot about Magic. Do you see that Banned and Restricted came out today?
Yeah.
And in Modern,
I know what you're getting at.
They banned a card in Modern. And now I know a lot of you guys don't really deal in Magic, and a lot of you might not play Magic or want to hear about. But this is a big deal. So Modern is a format of the game Magic the Gathering where you can play cards from almost the beginning of the game, like roughly the early 2000s. So you have 19 years worth of cards instead of 25 years of cards to pull from, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the majority, so with such a large card pool, you get a more diverse amount of decks than you would, whatever, and some interesting stuff. So this has kind of been a deck for a number of years, but as the game is progressing, more like once every time a new set comes out, you look at what decks can be improved in Modern from the current stuff coming out, and then
correct.
This is a deck that's been picking up cards the last few sets just because of the way it works. So the deck, the card's called Correct Clan Ironworks, and allows for some really nasty infinite combos that you can do, manipulating your graveyard as well as your library. The problem is like
it also generates like a fair amount of value, like in terms of like cards that you're sacrificing versus cards that you're like getting generic mana for. The card in question that Joey's talking about allows you to sacrifice an artifact in order to get generic mana, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole point is that like in the game of Magic, you want your combos to be very clear and very concise, and very timely. This is one where you can start the combo and not necessarily finish it, but you can always just edge closer and closer to doing it, or you're like, oh, I don't know if I have the combo, let me try, and you can spend a good amount of time trying to do it and fail.
Yeah.
And, you know, the problem with that is when you fail to do that, you're using up the amount of game time that's allotted, and then the other player, that takes away from the other player's game time. And so, you know, Magic doesn't work like chess where it's on a chess clock.
Yeah.
It works, you know, where the player's share of time pool. And, you know, and so some people like looked at that as an ability to stall the game.
Yeah. And so like the problem with that too is that I lost my train of thought on that one. It's that when your opponent doesn't have the same amount of time that you had, it just becomes unfair. Like like you were saying, like there's a lot of people who like can use that to like angle shoot and like just try to
well, I mean, it also this is going to make Magic players sound bad, but you have to have a very intricate knowledge of how all these cards work together and how they can be linked together. And so, you know, if Kyle and I were sitting down with two cards together, you know, like two playing cards together, and I'm like, I got all these cards, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Right. It's over and it's quick. But then, like, you know, if Kyle didn't know how the cards work, I have to explain it to him, right? And then on top of that, demonstrate how it works, and then show them how the loop works, and then explain, like, this is what I'm doing.
That's a good example. There's like a lot of times in Magic when, for instance, like Vizier of Remedies and Devoted Druid combined together produce infinite green mana. Basically, one card says you can't have -1/-1 counters. The other one says put a -1/-1 counter on it to untap it. You can tap it infinitely.
Yeah.
So you have infinite green mana, and then you go, I've demonstrated the ability to produce infinite green mana.
Right.
And that's fine. You've proven that you can do it. What Joey's saying is that with this other combo, even if you have the cards in play, you can be like, okay, well, I'm going to try to go for it, and then it won't exactly pan out sometimes.
Yeah, you're not going to find to make fun of Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't assemble all the pieces of Exodia. 4 out of 5. And like, the other thing is like, it requires an intricate knowledge on all players on how this game works and all the interaction works. And then that also creates, like, if you want to interrupt it, you have to know when to interrupt it. And it makes it like harder for players who are being introduced to the game to like, oh, I have to play this game and I have to understand how this crazy deck works. I just want to turn my dude sideways and attack.
Yeah.
Why did I lose? He showed me 5 cards and I lost. I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah. It says something along the lines of like, I gained so much life that you can't.
Yeah, and that's frustrating.
Yeah.
And like, and on top of that, like when a deck is good, a lot of people play it.
Yeah.
And when a lot of people are playing it, you have a matchup of 2 people racing to do this card trick basically.
Yeah.
And it goes out there. So like Wizards stepped down and they did the right thing and they banned the card that makes the correct clan Ironworks makes it work. So it's
I mean, when your entire card game boils down to like a coin flip.
Yeah.
Like and Modern's already one of those formats where like a lot of like, people that we hang with already think that format is very much like I mean, like I won the coin flip, so I just get to win.
Right.
So having a deck in there that is doing that, but even more so, and then also robbing somebody else of like precious time to be able to mount a comeback or achieve a victory because like you spent 15 minutes comboing off to not win.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want to read like more about it, there's plenty of think pieces out there for Magic. You can just look up, KCI ban Modern Magic the Gathering.
The argument is, to me, if Deathrite Shaman's taken too much time, you know what I mean, then.
Right, well, the
KCI has taken up too much,
and then
time.
Like eventually you'll get to the Magic the Gathering / Wizards of the Coast announcement page, and they talk so much about it. Like
anything else happened during those bans, or
they had some popper changes.
Nothing got unbanned or anything though.
No unbans. No.
Okay.
because people are always expecting that. All right. Let's see. We didn't play the Jump Force demo, so
no, I'm really on the fence.
All right. Well, Dai from Dragon's Quest was added, and Jotaro Koju from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was added.
Oh, good.
So there you go. 2 new characters. Got that. Another thing. Nintendo has announced on February 4th. Super Mario Maker 3DS, Majora's Mask 3D, and Star Fox 3D are going to be Nintendo Selects, so they will be $20 to buy new.
Sweet.
So
that's a lot of game to get for $20.
So that also means that if you care about the original printing of those cases, you need to go get them now.
Yeah,
because they will not have original printing.
You'll pay too much for them now, but
you can be a shitbird, buy it now,
and then return it and rebuy it.
Return and rebuy it.
Wow, what a shitbird thing to do.
It doesn't really matter.
You're not hurting any.
It's fine. It's mostly fine. All right. Well, these are the 2 things I was saving for Alf. What's the guy's name?
That's not Alf. That's a cop outside.
Cop Alf. Take that, Cop Alf. So streamer H Bomber guy decided he was going to do a 100% run on Donkey Kong 64 over the weekend.
Yeah.
Raised $340,000 for charity for a charity group in the UK called Mermaids UK. They're a transgender rights charity. They kind of work with I'm not in the UK, so I had to look this up. So they work for transgender rights and kind of help out kids who are struggling with transgender issues, right? And so the reason why he did this was he's some other comedian who I'm not going to give anything was saying, why are we using this money to help this charity group, that this is stupid. And so it was really interesting to see another instance of people using video games to raise money for charities that they care about. And I don't want to dig deep into how people feel about transgender charities or transgender solid stuff. Just leave it at this. Someone came on and did use video games to raise money for charity.
Didn't some Congress representative?
Yes. So that was the interesting thing. So the interesting thing,
first ever on Twitch,
right? So Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she was the one who was a bartender. She's 27. She's the youngest female congress
working class parents.
Right. Yeah. She's the youngest female congresswoman ever at the age 27. And before she became a congresswoman, she was still working as a bartender. So, and she is a Democratic socialist, and she's very active on Twitter, very whatever. A lot of people are excited because this is a young person who's I love Nintendo 64. Of course I'll come on here and talk to this kind of thing. And so that's kind of what's going on. The other thing is John Romero went on there, of creator of Doom. Yeah. Jim Sterling. Was there, yep. Grant Kirkhope, composer for Donkey Kong 64. A
lot of Rareware stuff he did. Yeah, he did Banjo. He might have had something to do with Conquer. I think he did Conquer.
Yeah. The stream took about 57 hours. He didn't do it straight. He did.
Still pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of hard work in there. All right. Let's see. I don't know why I opened that twice. All right. The last thing. This is really weird. I don't know how to describe it. If you ever watched a video on YouTube by Machinima,
oh yeah,
it's all gone.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people went on this weekend and discovered that all the videos from Machinima were just gone, and so they were just they eventually figured out that they've been all marked private, and so a lot of stuff from Inside Gaming was in there. Funhouse, Super Best Friends, I believe, were on there, right?
Yep, that's where I started.
So, a lot of interesting content on there. And so, when you do the draw the line of trying to figure out what's going on, Machinima got bought by another company, and that other company just does not want that back catalog, probably they're trying to figure out what can be monetized, what can't be monetized, and how to do whatever. So I think it's sad to see it all gone. It just kind of shows like the age we live in, Yeah. And
kind of the opposite of what happened with Max recently.
Right. Well, I mean, that's also the other thing is like, with Machinima, a lot of people have bad blood with Machinima because they were notorious
Their contracts are really loosely worded and
right, and then
real cutthroat
and very in favor of Machinima and Machinima's interest, not the partner's interest. Machinima
make $1, I make a dime.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I take a shit on Machinima time.
Right. I was one of those people who I remember Machinima from Red versus Blue coming out, and then them coming and doing that, and then them starting to make all the deals with G4 and all these other companies, to really blow up, and then it kind of just fell on the wayside.
They started writing fucking College Humor skits and stuff Pass.
Yeah, but it's definitely one of those bigger. The bigger things you see fall apart, and then the company that bought them is called Otter, and then they put them underneath the control of Full Screen, and that's why they just so Full Screen is going to rebrand all this Machinima stuff or just hide it, or do whatever with it. So I'm pretty sure you're going to start see re-uploads here soon. And
of course. And I assume the people who catalog the various Volsungs of the internet.
There's a guy who's like, good thing I downloaded. Spent the last 5 years downloading these last Machinima. All these Machinima
there's guarantee there's a guy.
There's always a guy.
There's always a guy.
So that's all I have for news. I'm going to check, see if anything else popped up that I missed that maybe, might be interesting. Resident Evil 2 demo. We didn't play that, right?
No, I didn't play that. You only play for half an hour anyways, unless you cheat.
Yeah, I'm interested in playing that game actually, so I don't want to replay 30 minutes of that game.
That's what I'm saying.
So I know that I'm getting it. PT, the gift that keeps on giving, they're recreating it in dreams. So
I would love to be able to replay PT. So
I have a PS4 I can inject it into. So
all right, well.
Contrary to that thing that was going around. Oh, we forgot about that. We forgot about EA losing the Star Wars license, or not losing the Star Wars license. They canceled the Star Wars open world game that they were working on at Vancouver. So
whoops.
Oh well. They were just trying to call it. I think the only thing they have left is the Respawn game. Unless they have some secret mobile games that we don't know about.
Ugh, that's something that fucking annoys the shit out of me right now, man. Literally every time Blizzard updates anything about Diablo, the forums, the Facebook, the Twitter, anything, it's all just her phones.
Don't you guys have phones?
And it's is this optimized for iOS? It's just it's at the point where I feel like the majority of the people who are memeing at it don't even give a shit about Diablo to begin with.
Yeah, I mean it's trendy to hate on Blizzard right now.
Sucks.
Yeah,
I understand that you don't like Diablo Immortal. I don't like Diablo Immortal or Eternal. Is it Eternal?
Eternal. Yeah.
Eternal. See, I don't
Immortal. Yeah, it is Immortal.
Yeah, see, I don't even fucking
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal. Yeah. See, I don't even fucking care. You know what I mean? That game's. And here's the thing that sucks, right? And I know we've hashed on this already, so I'm going to rehash it for just a second. Just a second.
Okay. You're done.
Shit! I should have given myself more than that. My new opinion on it is, if they had just waited, if they had been, Diablo 4, it's coming. It's down the pipe. Diablo 4, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, we have a mobile game. Would have been fine.
Yeah, it's 100%. They didn't do the Bethesda of couching it in between logos for better games.
It's all it would have taken was just the thing you want's here, but also we have this thing that's going to make $1 billion fucking dollars, and it'll make the thing that you like even better, and it's easy.
Or even hey, you might not be for you, but unlock you get some gems for playing.
Sure,
that'll go to Diablo 4.
Yeah, if you fucking play Diablo phone game, you get wings in Diablo. You know what I'm saying? They do that all the time.
It's just a plate of wings.
But that's like a thing that they always do. They're like, if you buy Overwatch, you get Mercy Wings in Diablo. If you play Diablo, you get card backs in Hearthstone. If you play Hearthstone, you get a mount in World of Warcraft. That's just how Blizzard games work, and it's fine. It would have been super fine if they had just done the same exact shit.
Yep, just even mention it. All right. Well, I do believe that's everything. Obviously, you can send us a question at podcast@goldensausage.net or any of our names, just in case you guys think we don't play around. I'm going to show that video. See, we set up for Alpha, even if he isn't here. I took his mic, though. I switched it back. Now you can point. I did take his mic, though. So
it's orange.
Yeah, I got this yellow one that I was using.
Mine's purple.
Yeah, I've gone through red, blue. I think I'm going to just have to buy a new mic. I really do,
Let me know.
I got a lead on a cheap one.
You got stacks on stacks?
Well, it's the same. I remember I told you it's the same one as the one we have here.
Yeah.
It's just a different company with the logos on it.
Yeah.
And it's the same price I paid for these, whereas these are now like double what I paid for them a piece. And I'm like, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come with a bunch of extra stuff I don't need anyway. And then we still got to buy a new other stuff. Grumble.
Money.
Always. Remember when we were going through the headphone?
The pile thing.
Yeah. Broke like 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah. Fuck, that's true. Good old switchboard though.
Yeah. No, it's
switchboard staying true. 2 PCs. What?
Remember the port one's bad.
Still works.
Oh wait, is it bad? No, it was bad. It's still fine. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Almost there.
Fine.
All right. Anyway, that's the show for the week. No other questions in there.
I've been your host, not Joey.
Fine. Whatever. Watch us on YouTube. Tell your friends about YouTube. Leave it on for the cats. That's what I do. Not really.
We're gonna monetize this shit.
I unsubscribed and resubscribed, so I was. I didn't really
get the count up.
I was just like, I wonder why it's not showing up. So I unsubscribed and resubscribed, and that's fine. All right, that's it. Later.
Bye.